Okay, this is part 3. Revelation 9, verse 19. The power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails, for their tails were like snakes having heads with which they inflict injury. Again, figurative speaking, right? It's figuratively speaking. The rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues still did not repent of the work of their hands. They did not stop worshiping demons and idols of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood, idols that cannot see or hear or walk. Nor did they repent of their murders, their magic arts, their sexual immorality, or their thefts. Now, when it's talking about idols, it's not talking about just something made of stone, wood, and bronze, okay? It's talking about what that thing is referring to. It's like it says in 2 Samuel 5, right? The blind and the lame will not enter the palace, right? So it's saying those who follow these idols are like blind. They don't see. They don't really hear. They have ears but don't hear, eyes but don't see. Okay, they don't walk with God. They don't skywalk. Idols that cannot see or hear or walk. Mere earth ideas. The imaginations of people, like we went over in the last video, right? Pursuing their own imaginations. So they're worshiping these ideas of psychology, these demons, these false ideas. Nor did they repent of their murders, their magic arts, their sexual immorality, or their thefts. They kept doing their witchcraft. You look at Republicans and Democrats, they do witchcraft, right? Propaganda, witchcraft. The church is witchcraft. Because they're using psychology. They're using mere social norms. They're using the existing construct instead of living in reality. There's no point. They're not pointing to me. Therefore, there's no point. They're not pointing the way. They're not saying, obey him while obeying God through me. They're just leading them astray by example, okay? And they're not even bringing me up. Unless it's to say that they don't want them to follow me. And that is some state-sponsored call to the emperor, nonsense. There's no other way to look at that. They are evil for doing that. What they're doing is psychology and science and chemistry instead of reality. What I mean by science, is that when you look at people who say, trust science, right? Whether they're Christian or not, they're not using it in a way that's logical. They're not saying, hey, what are the odds of being here right now? What are the odds that, Truco Mecca is the top martial artist ever possible, and he's here right now? They're not using it that way. They're using it within the boundaries of the emperor, like a Eurocentric science, a state-sponsored science, propaganda-infused science. That's what they're talking about. And they're trusting the feeble and laughable philosophies of the famous scientists. All the famous scientists, say in the West, for example, they're all idiots. Einstein, he's in hell right now. Newton, Leibniz, in hell. Niels Bohr, okay? They are in hell. Galton, Darwin, they are cooking in hell.